there's this conventional norms what a feminine should be, and I think those standards or those norms just sets parameters as to what I can do. And I think I don't want to adhere to those because being feminine for me, it's up to me. It's up to me. And I think that I know no limits as a woman. So I
check it.
What is up, everyone? Hello, guys. We're back.
Hello,
guys.
We're back at it again. I am Bea, your chikadorang friendly.
And of course, my name is Elmer. Basig nalimot mo. Ako si Elmer, guys. And you're watching UnPSYCHika
Season 2,
Episode
3.
3. Hello, guys.
So happy March, everyone. I am so glad to be back. No? So,
Yes.
before we jump right into the episode 3 of UnPSYCHika, mo recap sa ato ang mga first SAM events.
Yes.
ano
So
to?
during the first semester, guys, released 2 episodes. The first episode talking about your first year fears. And of course, the second episode talks about Filipino Christmas.
Yes, that is right. But now we are on the second SAM of the school year. So, ato na
Pauman na ta,
ta.
guys. Sapit na ta,
Yes, happy
mahuman.
na tamaman. So, second SAM, what is the highlight of second SAM?
Of course.
Ang Intramurals, no? So,
Intrams.
kumusta imong Intrams, Elmer?
Ay, grabe. Athlete ko sa cheercom. Grabe akong syagit dito. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
actually,
Sige, syagit dito, guys.
despite sa kakapoy sa Intrams, I actually had quite a lot of fun. And of
Nalingaw jud
course,
kayo siya, guys.
libre na ako sa attendance because I'm an
Yes.
athlete.
Merits.
In fairness. So, ang Intramurals no natungon sa month of March, which is also
Women's Month. Yes,
So,
guys. Shout out sa tanang bayad diya. Shout out sa
Shout
mama.
out sa mga nangapil
Hello, ma.
sa women's sports. Hello. You did a very good
Yes,
job.
hawod kay mo modula, guys. Bansay kay mo. The best.
So with that in line, we are going to introduce this episode's theme,
Yes,
which
guys.
is
SHEGames, her mind in play. For this episode, guys, we aim to talk about the level of intricacies in sports that people may not see in surface level or with the naked eye. Because
Yes.
sometimes, guys, ang sports bitaw is not just a physical game. It's also a battle in the head. It's also a
That's
mental
right,
battle,
yes.
guys.
So, we have guests in line to talk about that, no? We are going to have
Watch
discussions
out mo, guys, kay
about
bansay
that.
kay mga guest would. Hawod
So
kay
I'm
sila.
sure na she would love to explain that to us. All right, so our guest for this segment is a very talented and passionate athlete, Josh Paculanang.
Yes, guys, palakpakan na to, guys. Yes.
Okay. So, hello, Josh. How are
Hi.
you?
Yes.
I'm feeling good.
Feeling good. Nice.
Like I should.
Wala ka nakulbaan.
Wala.
No negative emotions.
Yes, wala kay pagdumot sa imong kasing-kasing.
Ako i-check. Wala na siya so far.
Alright.
Okay. So for those who kanang wa pa kailan nimo, can you tell a little bit about yourself para maila po ka sa uban?
My name is Josh P. Paculanang and I'm from senior high school, grade 12 students team.
Okay, so I would like to ask, no, Josh, what got you into sports?
What got me into sports? It's influence. Influence from my siblings, my cousins. So when I was at my elementary years, my cousins and my siblings will play sa beach. Ito sila magdula sa volleyball. Ito. Tapos pagkahuman ako ato sa school, of course, pag uli, mag-ilis din ito, mudula nag-volleyball or maglantaw nila.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you identify as trans, right?
I cannot really say that I'm trans, but I'm transitioning.
Oh, you're
Okay.
transitioning.
Yeah.
So, how far along are you in your transition?
I have my long hair, I have my lashes.
Very slay, very
Very
slay. That's nice. No, so being a trans athlete, has anyone ever brought up your sexuality?
So far, I haven't experienced that kind of situation. However, I have trans sisters that have experienced that. So Is it okay if I share?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, so I don't have to mention her name, but she was playing with other people, like dili na mo kay laing ana, like sulong-sulong o sumana siya.
Magdayo mo sa uban.
Mangga, yeah, ing ana. Dayon, gihan siya ito, gibastos siya there, and di na siya ito nga. Pil-apil ka na mo, ing ana ka. Like, you're just trans, and like, you know, homophobia, ing ana, ilang mga ipang storya ito kay.
So,
Mahirap, ing ana.
are there any other challenges po na like ma-experience nimo?
Especially when you play ka nang maka-experience baka judgment from others, like from imong opponents or sa audiences nga mulantaw, like maka-experience baka judgment.
I think they're intimidated. Kay like,
mo dyan ang mindset, guys.
yeah, I'm
mindset.
not afraid. Like, if unsa akong kaya mo akong ihatag, and if ila akong i-judge whether I'm just like this, I'm just trans, nga na ganyan. I think they're intimidated kay like the way us trans people are like mga gay pod, other gay people nga like murag into sports, kay I think we're more wala na ko ang straight straight friends, wala na ko sila gikan, pero like I think mas dagang bitaw arte ang mga movements na mo, we're
Dili
like
gyud na
we're
maiwasan, no?
more flexible jud me, and like murag feel po mo confident kay me every move we make sa sulod sa court.
And that's actually nice na
Yeah.
you have confidence.
I think pod nga whenever I watch pod like you guys play, I notice nga murag stronger kayo, like better if confident mo.
Yes.
Like better if naadjud may confidence every time nga naa mo sa court, kay murag mas mataas ang chances nimo of winning, right?
Yeah, and aside pa ng confidence, kaanpod, na po ng lami siya doon if like me, dili lang ko alone, na po ko yung mga trans
yeah.
friends or like gay friends playing with me. Ang game kay, like ang result sa game kay, competitive na gali may nagplay, lingaw pa kay may. Kay of course, the celebration, the fun, the laughs, hing ana, sulod sa court.
So it's
Nice
like
kay
a
siya sa
friendly
feeling
competition.
jud, like friendly competition so far. Wala pa siya ko nakasulay, and wala pa siya ko kasulay nga na ay ko bash. Di sa ko magpa-bash kay like dili sila deserve.
Why pakis
ng tawon.
haters, guys?
Wala ko
So you're a varsity player
Yeah.
sa Siliman. Okay. So kanang in your opinion, should trans women be able to play in women's
Oh my
sports?
God, this question. So, I have been like thinking about this question. Wala pa ko here nga sat. Nag-think na jud ko about ani nga section. Should trans women join with women's
sports.
I think that trans women, pwede sila mo stand out as sila. Like, murag dili nila like for equality, if we're looking for equality, dapat tagaan pod. Sorry, trans sisters, but this is my words. Ako aning words. Dapat tagaan na tog equality pod ang mga biological female, right? Like, murag, of course, lahi man tag, of course, non-biological female, like mga trans sisters na to. Lahi man jud tag capability, like, lahi tag, bitaw, let's say, lahi tag style.
Yeah, like
We can be,
buhaton,
we can be females, we can be women, we can be girls. But in sports, I think that it is a better idea, jud, if like, naapoy competition where trans women can shine sa ilahara pod nga part, like all trans women nga games, all trans men, also trans men, like murag na pod nunta sila ilang kaugalingon nga field sa ilang sports, or like ilahang ilahang sexuality.
I actually love that answer, yun.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I like what you said about katong it's fun bitaw when you play with friends, and of course when naapo kay fellow trans sisters that you play with. But however, what do you do, or how do you cope with like losing bitaw? What do you do, or how do you keep yourself motivated when you lose a game or when you lose a tournament or something like that?
If losing a game, I've experienced losing like many
I
times.
think all of us, right?
Yeah, many times. If the way I cope it, like, dili ko kan bitaw, maguol, dili ko atong tipong person bitaw nga maguol if mapildi. Instead, I will, practice more, hustle
Work on
harder.
yourself better.
Yeah, and reflect sa mga mistakes nga nabuhat. Not in me alone, but sa team, of course.
'Cause
If
it's a
saan
team
mo
game
kan
at the
siya.
end of
Yeah,
the day.
you can't win a sport nga by team if like isa ray mo stand out. Dapat kamo jud tanan.
That's right. So it's also important na like you enjoy the game.
Yeah, enjoy
while
the
keeping in
game.
mind na napo kay goal na you have to win, but losing is also like a stepping stone.
Losing is part of the game.
Yeah,
right?
losing is
Na
a stepping
winner,
stone for
na
improvement.
loser.
So, for you, what is the best thing of being a trans athlete?
It's showing that even though I am a transitioning woman, I am still capable of playing sports that man or straight people can. So like I am capable of playing volleyball, I am capable of moving. Of course, I am capable of moving. I am capable of what other people can. Yeah.
Okay. So, for this next question, charot lang.
Very
Feel ko
sensitive.
inito siya kay na. Ay.
Do you think that there could be more trans representation in sports?
Sports.
Representation in sports. I think yes. Okay, all of us, man, women, trans man, we can play sports. All of
Sports
us
is
can
for
play.
everyone, right?
Yeah, sports is for everyone. For kids, for adults, for young adults, even for old people. I'm ambot if kaya pa nila. Ay, shoutout sa mga lolo, mga lola. Shoutout ninyo dira. Yeah, everyone can represent sports. Walay exception.
Wala exemption. Because I think, pud, kuhan ka, gadula kang sports, dili ramang good moral lessons, lagan kay kag lessons makuha sa sports ba? Like, lessons of discipline, confidence, kay ang sports man good, it's really a physical, not just physical but also a mental battle.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah, so katong mga lessons nga imong makuha when you train and when you play a sport, ma-apply nimo siya in real life. So yeah, everyone can play sports because na sila makuha nga lessons, and of course they could apply it in their lives as well. So for our next question, for para ni sa atong mga trans sisters and trans brothers there, what is your message for them? What is your message to your fellow trans athletes?
My message for them, continue embracing yourself, continue nga proud ra pun mo sa inyong self, and always know that I'm here, proud ra kayo ko ninyo, and all loves, all support, all fight.
Yes.
Fight.
Fight, good guys.
That's a very
fighter
inspiring
talaga.
insight,
Yeah.
no? So, we had a really fun talk with you today.
Yes, ako po as
thank
well.
you
Yeah,
for all
insightful
your
kayo
insights,
yung
Gil.
talk.
Thank you.
That's true. Especially sa part katong niingon ka na like, trans people should have like a different category
Yeah, because they can stand out.
out as
alone.
their own. That's a very good answer, Jud, for me. So, I think we have reached
Yeah.
the end of
Palayan,
our
guys.
segment. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
Thank you for
here.
having me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so
for
much.
Thank
lending
you
us
so
your
much
time.
for sharing your insights about
Of course.
Palakpakan na to, guys.
Palakpakan.
Once again, Josh Paculanang, guys. Okay, guys, so let's kick off our second segment by introducing our second guest. So I'm pretty sure fresh pa dyan kayo niyang face sa inyong mga minds, kay I'm sure nakitaan yun ninyo tong pusil-pusil nila dito kuan si Ma Franca Field. So I'm pretty sure, guys, ganahan dyan kayo mo aning a guest. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the illustrious Miss Intrams, Aileen Anlap.
Anlap.
Palakpakan, guys. Palakpaki, guys. Palakpaki.
Hello, good day, Miss Aileen. How are you feeling?
I feel delightful.
Okay, no negative feelings of any sort.
No violent reactions.
No violent reactions. Okay, so why don't you tell us a little something about yourself?
I'm Aileen, so I play a lot of sports. Also, I I like to train. I love literature and I love public speaking.
Grabe guys, no? Beauty, brains, muscles.
Ano niya tanan, she's the whole package.
Whole package.
Yes. So, on the topic of sports, what sports do you play?
Well, initially I play volleyball and then transitioned to round net. Then I played frisbee and then dragon boat.
Apat
Dragon
ka
boat?
sports.
Can you tell
Dragon
us
boat?
something about kanang sa Dragon Boat? Because I'm not
Actually,
quite familiar.
fun fact, we have a team here in Silliman. It's called SU Red Blades.
Okay guys, no, shout out sa SU Red Blades guys.
Shout out guys, we need to train na balik. Shout out to my teammates.
It's actually my first time hearing about this. So I'm very curious, Judd.
Yeah, because I think our team, it's more of kanang introduce siya as an organization. So it's not really introduce as
Varsity, Marshall.
yeah. Pero na siya. Kuha siya, open siya to all actually, even to not athletes of Silliman, per organization siya here in Silliman.
So like, does your team join competition?
Yes, actually our last competition was in Cebu. Everyone we ranked third, if I remember. Third, then that's open. Like na yung mga team from Manila, from other cities, yeah, other places. Pero everyone sa Amoa we're all kanang students. Yes. And then the rank 3 is women's category. So yeah.
Ito boy, palakpakan na to guys. Palakpakan na to. Okay. Shout out sa SU Red Blades guys.
Appeal na mo guys. Mag-recruit na me soon.
So, would you say na this sport, Dragon Boat?
Yeah.
Would you say na this is a male-dominated sport or a female-dominated sport?
I think for me, of course, mo matter gid ang kanang figure.
Strength,
Yeah, and usually pag sa lalaki, mga strong yun, and dako jud sila built because of their testosterone. Pero I think for me, gender doesn't really matter. As long as you put na effort yun nga, you
Because I
train.
think it's with the rhythm, diba? Kay,
Yes.
At the
Di siya pakos
front
ganay
end
nga,
of the
papaspasanay.
Dragon Boat, there's a drum that
Yeah.
beats.
Yeah.
Sa Dragon Boat, are you separated into categories na like male, female, and apoy mix?
Na mix, yes. Male, female mix. You have open also. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, my question na pod karon is being a woman in the area of sports, how does it feel?
For me, I am not really particular with the gender. I don't really see gender as something na would put you into an advantage or disadvantage. For me, being a woman in sport, it's nice. It's great because conventionally women are not really seen as strong or, built muscular.
Yeah.
So I think that every time I play sports and then I get to, kanang change a perspective of people, I think I'm creating more kanang a difference para sa other women also. Kaya other women don't like to join sports because they don't want to be muscular, because they want to be conventionally kanang women. So for me, being a woman and playing a sport, it's fulfilling. Kay I get to show others also what sport can do.
Yeah. A question related to that. As an athlete, how have you ever doubted your femininity, and if so, how did you overcome it? Also a message to other female athletes. Yeah.
Well, it happens often, especially nga we have conventional standards, norms of what a woman should be. And playing sport, to dominate the sport, you need to be strong, you need to train. So you're going to be built different from other women who does not play sport at all. So often makaingon jud sila na you move in an athletic way, and kanang usually athletic way means manly way. Yeah, so kanang yeah, it happens often to me. They asked me if I'm, lesbian or if I'm bi or any sort of not being feminine. So it does happen often, but for me, what matters is me, like what I think of myself. And I think of myself as feminine. And I don't think that I should there's this conventional norms what a feminine should be, and I think those standards or those norms just sets parameters as to what I can do. And I think I don't want to adhere to those because being feminine for me, it's up to me. It's up to me. Like, and I think that I know no limits as a woman. So I don't care what others would think about me. I just do what I do.
So, being an athlete myself, no, I have also experienced na kanang mga kakulba during
Yeah, real.
competitions.
True.
What goes through your mind when you're playing?
I think for the longest time that I've been an athlete, I've sort of know the manual how to handle it. Initially I was a volleyball player, and during my years playing volleyball, it was really me against me. It was nerve-wracking every time that I would be inside the court. And then because I played a lot of sports already, I experienced a lot of different nerve-wracking situations through many sports. So now I get to have my own manual how to handle such situations. So every time that I'm going to be playing, you're going to be nervous. If you're not, I don't think you care about your sport at all.
If you're not nervous, you're not doing it right.
But if you're nervous, it's a good thing because it means you care. You actually want to show something that you've worked hard for. So I think for me, my mindset is always to just play my game. Just do what I've trained for. It's important for you to train because it builds confidence when you're inside the court or inside the pitch or inside to every other, courts. So for me, training is very crucial in handling your nerves during the game. If you don't train and then if you're nervous, I don't think you can handle that situation. So if you train, I think, adrenaline's going to be there. Automatically, you're just going to be showing what you've trained for.
So I like what you said about that. Sports is really a me versus me situation, even in team sports, because sometimes when we lose or when we win, we praise ourselves when we win, and also we blame ourselves when we lose, right? So when you lose or when you experience defeat after like a rigorous time or a rigorous time span of training, how do you cope with it, or how do you keep yourself motivated, or how do you keep your chin up?
We train because we want to win. Yes. We love to win. And most especially, we want to consistently win. It's difficult to consistently win. So when you train, of course, when you join a competition or a tournament, me personally, I don't join because I just want to participate in it. I want to win. So when you lose after so much training, spending so much effort and time into training, and then you just lose, of course, it's very disappointing. But at the end of the day, it's not really, you shouldn't really dwell on it. So what I do is I step back, I try to reflect and assess myself because I'm a very detailed-oriented person. I assess myself, I look back and see what I've done wrong, what I can correct or improve more so that for the next game or for the next competition, I would win. So it's not really, you shouldn't really dwell in being sad when you lose. You should really look forward to the next opportunity for you to win.
No, you just brush it off. Nara. Because
It is
sports
what it
can
is.
be very
Move on tayo, guys.
sports can be a very mental battle.
Yes.
But like at times but it's mostly usahay a physical battle. No. So, have you ever been afraid of being injured?
fun fact, I haven't been injured. Yeah, for the longest time I've played.
Sana all.
I think because
For human talaga siya.
I haven't been injured. Kaya I think sa katong first sport na ko, which is volleyball, our coaches would always tell us safety first. And because of that, I think every time na naay techniques na new, I try to learn it in a proper way. Your form, the way you execute it, mo matter good siya. Kay if you don't execute it well, it will lead you to injuries. So it's very important your foundation sa imuhang capabilities, sa how you execute your sport. So for me, I think I've never been afraid. I mean, I'm afraid to get injured kay it can actually end your sports career. But for me, when playing, it's all out good, and it's not in my mind. I don't want to be injured, so it's not in my mind. So I don't think I'm not really afraid to be injured during the game. But most especially, it's instilled naman good in my mind to play the sport and to prioritize good safety.
Kasi ganahan ka mapilig football.
Hala.
So guys, always prioritize your safety before being flashy, guys.
Recruitment. Sige na ka mapilig football.
Wala ko feel ko magunitan na nako ang bula. Dalagan na niya na. Idalagan na niya nako ang bula kay. I don't know. Maybe in the future. Not closing doors.
So, unsa pa? Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I also have another question. This question is for other women athletes out there, and of course, those other female or women that wants to join or to include themselves in sports. What can you say to them, or how do you endorse like playing sports to them?
I think sport, like daghan jud ka na lessons ma learn. It prepares you to the actual life. I think sports have actually established me to have kanang resilient disposition and outlook in life. That's why I think that everyone, not just women, like everyone, I think everyone should play sports, because sports just sets your foundations to facing life. It sets you for the actual thing. I think that even if I'm alone, even if no one's going to be guiding me, I think I can carry on with my life. That's what sport has done to me. And I think if everyone would realize this, we can be independent in our own way, and we can be efficient individuals, so that we won't be just dependent on someone or something or the system itself. So I think everyone should play sport. Sport is not something that we should be afraid of, but something that we should, learn lesson from. Yes, embrace.
That was a very insightful discussion with Miss Aileen Anlap. And with that, I could really say na sports is really for everyone. And it does not just take na you want to play this so mudula ka na. It also takes a lot of mental toll. It takes a lot of responsibility and discipline. No? And what else? Say mo masulti.
The only thing that I can say is you do not play a game just for the sake of playing it, but also for like proving something, not just to win, but also proving something to yourself bitaw na I'm not only doing this because ganahan ako modula or liingon akong friends ng modula ko ani, but also to improve bitaw, self-improvement
You
basically.
need to have a goal.
Yeah,
So,
naapat na kay goal.
I can also say na Miss Aileen today has been a really great inspiration to young women out there who are too afraid to try sports. No, unsa pa imo ang like maybe you also have any additional insights, Miss
Yeah, basta
Aileen?
ganahan ka na kay shout out imong mama, imong papa.
I just it's important also that we love what we do, so that we wouldn't really see playing sport specifically as a hassle. I think you should love it, most importantly.
Always
Yes.
love what you do.
Okay, so I think that wraps up our second segment.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Miss Aileen,
Thank you, Mayo.
taking this time to spend with us.
And also sharing your experience and also empowering other people that are our viewers, of course, empowering them. Palakpakan na to, guys. Okay, guys, so, But actually, so kato guys, no? Let us bid goodbye to our guests. Bye-bye! Thank you so much! Thank you
for this experience.
tayo. Grabe yata mga guests, ganun ba eh?
Yes, mga
Very
superhuman.
superhumans kayo.
So,
Grabe
sa
kayo.
mong like, mga takeaways.
Mga takeaways, no? So, one thing that I got from this episode was, as much as sports is a physical battle, it is mostly a mental battle bitaw nga like, especially itong giingon ni Josh nga, if magpadala ka sa hate sa uban, like especially sa audience and of course your opponents, diyan yung ka madaot, mulo imong performance.
Yes, that's
So, katong giingon dyan ni Josh nga, wala ray pake sa haters, mga gito. Katagin
And
ni tatak na ko.
katupong giingon ni Miss Aileen na when you lose, kanang you just think of it as like a stepping stone
Shrug it off,
towards
bra.
your a journey of improvement.
Sakto,
Parang ganon.
sakto.
And I could also say na sports is really like a great platform where one could empower themselves, no? Like, because it's for everyone. It's not just for men and women alone. It's for everybody.
Everyone in the
every
gender
group.
spectrum,
Yes,
guys.
that's true. Mm-mm.
Everyone, anyone in the walks of life, with different walks of life, para gid sa tanan ang sports kay. Sports really teaches you a lot of lessons that you could bring and also apply in your life. Na very useful kay guys.
So now again, this Women's Month, let us take a moment to appreciate the women in sports.
Women
no?
and
Nagana to
trans
silang
women of sports.
big
Yes.
round of
Nagana to
applause
silang
to the
palakpakan,
women
guys.
trans
Palakpakan!
women.
Palakpakan ang mga babae. Bangon babae. Grabe good kayo.
No? So as we wrap up today's episode,
Yes, guys.
let us-
Naapon mi kuan. If you want to feel empowered or if you want to listen to music while you train or while you do your daily errands, nami Spotify link here na you can scan. Nadari.
no? So
Sundani.
we encourage our dear listeners to carry the spirit of empowerment and inclusivity with you and celebrate diversity.
Yes.
So, this has been your hosts. I am Bea, your chikador and friendly.
And I am Elmer. And this is your season 2, episode 3 of UnPSYCHika. Bye-bye, guys. Amping mo.
Check it.